today we have a scheduled live going from what is it? March 2nd to March 8th. So I'm so excited. Um, so I woke up late. I told somebody I was gonna have a scheduled live at 10:15. So Anisha, I apologize. I should have said 10:30, which was my original mind, but I'm like, no, I'll be up. Child, my alarm went off at 10:15. I got up. I didn't get up. No, my alarm went off at 10 o'clock. And I heard it, and I guess I snoozed it, and I didn't do a second alarm to make sure that I was up. So if you're watching the replay, thank you. Hey, Lift Stories and more. How are you? Welcome in. Happy Sunday. So let me get my. So we're gonna put the. That's not charged. We got my phone. Thanks for liking the live. My mom bought my nephew a shirt that says, um, "My auntie is better than you," or something like that. Better than yours. And I thought it was so cute. So if this is your first time here, and I'll probably repeat this a lot throughout the live as I see the numbers go up or down. This is a scheduled live. I try to do it every Sunday. I talk about the 5 things that help me keep organized for the week. That is my schedule, my meal plan, my budget, my reading list, and my goals. So like I normally create yearly goals, like kind of like based off topics that I want to touch on: faith and contribution, health and wellness, media, hobbies, and then I create quarterly goals. So January to March, April to June, July to September, October to December, and then throughout that, like I think about the type of meals that I want to make. I have a reading goal, the type of books that I want to read for the month or for the week, and then my schedule, work schedule, fun schedule, gym schedule, all of it. So if you're just here for some chit chat, we talk, we ask people ask questions. I try to get as much done as I can, and we just chill because I'm currently not going live on TikTok. I almost went live on TikTok today, but I was like, I'm tired. Let me get that nap. I'm really trying not to break. I'm supposed to be doing no TikTok live from January to April, no Instagram live, no Facebook live. For the month of January, with the exception of 2 videos, I only post twice. And I teeter and totter back and forth on Facebook, Instagram. I do a couple of stories, but my main focus for these 3 months was supposed to be YouTube and Snapchat. So if you don't have me on Snapchat, I'm on Snapchat. Didi said so. Hey Shayna. Oh, so glad that you could catch me, even if for a little bit. I hope that you had a good weekend. So I'm gonna like log into all of my accounts, pull up the documents that I gotta pull up. I go over how I help people save money. Shopping. I talk about the books that I've read, the books that I'm going to read, the different genres. So I'm probably going to be on live. Um, I normally go to 12, but since I started late, I may go to 12:30. I haven't decided if I'm going to go to the gym in the morning or not. I should, but it depends on how much we get done today. If I get the whole thing done today, I feel like doing my schedule and going over the things on Sunday definitely helps me prep for my week. So after I get off live, I'll find out what I want to wear to the gym. I'll get myself together, and then fingers crossed we'll go tomorrow. But if not, my goal is to go minimum 2 times a week, max 4. So I did reach my goal last week, which we'll talk about after I get myself situated. And yeah, hope you all are having a great day, or hope you all had a good week. Hey Birdie, how you doing? Mm. I am maintaining. That's the best answer I can give without being negative, I think. Okay, so we got, let's do reading list. Sometimes I sing songs randomly because I don't know if you can play music on YouTube Live like other people. I mean, like other platforms or like TikTok mostly. How are you? Oh, you said I'm good. Okay, I asked that. You know, you ever ask somebody, how you doing? And they be like, I'm good, how are you? And they be like, I'm good, how are you? Like you didn't ask how are you first. Be like, I didn't realize I asked you that first already. Um so I don't want to recap the band, but we're gonna go back because if you were here for last week, I don't know if I mentioned that last week was like really horrible in the sense of like as an extrovert or somebody that's like really outgoing, it's so awkward. It's like when you're waving at somebody and then you realize they're not the person that you think they is and they just standing there. Or if you see somebody waving at you and you wave back like you know you don't know this person but you realize they're waving at the person behind you. Like y'all see me connection. Y'all see me connection. Trying to play games with my heart. Okay, we're just gonna pull up one thing at a time. Okay, we're just gonna pull up one thing at a time. Alright. So if you don't know, now you know. The first thing we go over, or the first thing we do is a recap, because in order to find out what we need to do, we need to find out what we did. So first off, this is a weekly planner. I got it for my birthday last year, and I did it. My birthday is in May, so I didn't want to use it in the middle of the year. So I was like, we'll just wait till next year. Hopefully, it gets me more organized. And one thing I used to do is I used to print out a weekly schedule Monday through Sunday, and I like that this book goes from Monday through Sunday. So I stopped printing out, which saves paper, because I've been trying to do more stuff digitally or condense like a lot of the areas that I call in my organization. So let's do that. Um, all right. Okay, so last week or the end of the week, I hope y'all can see it because I don't see no more comments. So hopefully y'all can see me. Um, all right, so we have February 23rd through the 30th through February 23rd through March 1st. So I feel like February 21st, which was a Saturday, was like really different for me because I'm used to going out, doing stuff, being outside. And it's not that I don't have a problem being at home. It's just like if I don't plan to be at home, it gets a little irritating. So I sat in the house, I watched a couple of movies. I was in my feelings. Like even last Wednesday, I was supposed to go to an event. I went to the event. It was postponed, I think it was, and I ended up coming back, staying in the house. It was just a lot going on this last week. So I have two friends. One stays in New York, one stays in Philly, and they decided that they wanted to surprise me this week. And I felt a certain way about it because while it was nice to see them, I had plans for like majority of my week, and I also work every day. I work Wednesday through through Tuesday. So I work today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. And I felt like they was like inconvenience that they could have picked the weekend that I had off, but they picked the weekend that I worked. So it felt like they booked a trip to Chicago, and they was like, while we there, we gonna see Dee Dee. I know that's not what their intent was. That's just how it felt. So Monday I worked, Tuesday I worked, Thursday I worked, Friday I worked, Saturday and Sunday I worked. So meal plan. This week we made turkey sandwich with chips. I made that today. Hey Deanna. Um, I made grilled. I made crab grilled cheese. I did a video on that. I made lasagna soup. I didn't do a video, but I did pictures because I'm gonna post it somewhere. Um, I made s'mores cookies for my baking. I'm trying to bake one to 1 to 4 times a month. So if I bake once a month, I'm good. But I've been trying to do it weekly, but like also like that's using a lot of ingredients and stuff. I don't get paid to do this. I'm just like kind of practicing. So if I don't feel like it, I don't do it, and I pressure myself to do it. I did go to the grocery store this week to get a few things to finish up the ingredients for the lasagna soup and just to prep for some other stuff that I had coming up. Um, I went to a candlelight concert this week with my cousin, so that was on Wednesday. So what happened was we went to the candlelight concert on Wednesday. I found out they were here Wednesday. They was like, "Hey, you want to hang out tonight?" And I was like, "I got plans." And then me and my cousin was gonna go out to dinner, but she was like, "No, your friends are in town. Just go out with them." So I ended up taking them to Portillo's. I was tired. The next day, I thought we were gonna do something. They had plans to do something. I'm like, that's fine because I need to sleep a little bit. One thing I don't play about is my sleep. If I go to sleep at 2 o'clock a.m., I'm getting up at 10. If I go to sleep at 12, I'm getting up at 8. Like I need my 8 hours. So Tuesday I had my time to myself. Thursday night I went to work. The next way, the next way, the next day was Friday. We decided to go out to brunch. Now I was originally supposed to go out for coffee with my friend. Same thing. My cousin and my friend was the MVPs this week. She was like, "It's okay. We've been trying to go to this coffee shop. Like they live here, so it was nice that they were willing to give up the time they had with me, even though some of the plans were like set in stone and some of them were flexible. So I was like, all right, cool. We'll try to go again another day. Um, and we went out to breakfast. But what I told them is that they picked the most worst week to come. Like I'm a planner. Y'all see, I'm planning my whole week. You see me every Sunday planning my week for the week. But like as far as the events, things that I got going on, 9 times out of 10, they're planning 2 to 4 weeks in advance because I'm very particular about my finances. I have a strict budget. So I told them I was like, you're coming like at the worst time. Like if you would have came last week, like if they would have came last week, I got paid that Friday on the 20th, so I would have had time on Wednesday to kind of like adjust my finances to maybe do a couple of things with them, but I had no heads up. It was a complete surprise. I keep doing air quotes. So it pissed me off just a little bit. And I could have been extra petty and been like, I'll just see you on Wednesday and I hope y'all enjoy y'all trip because that's what it was given that I didn't get a chance. I didn't get to say so. I told them Thursday I told them Wednesday that I wanted, not Wednesday, Thursday that I wanted to go to karaoke. They canceled that. So it was like, was it a surprise for me? Again, I'm I'm just venting. Cause I mean I'm gonna say what I want to say regardless. I don't think neither one of them watches my YouTube, but if you do, I ain't saying nothing that I don't feel. Um, so Friday, which was a nice gesture, which was like, I'm like, maybe you're just doing too much. I was like, I really don't have the funds to go out to breakfast. I want to celebrate with y'all because I feel like I didn't have the opportunity to give them the Chicago hospitality of being able to take them to a lot of places like the Beam, Navy Pier, go to a museum, different things. It felt like I only had like little pockets of time. So they was like, don't worry, we'll cover your breakfast. We really want to see you want to go out. So I'm like, all right, maybe they really do want to see me. So, but the thing about it, was nothing was planned. So after breakfast, which I was trying to go at a later time to segue into my work schedule, because remember I had to work. So now I'm sacrificing sleep because I got to get up a little bit early to make sure I get to y'all, to make sure we get to breakfast, to make sure I get you back, and to make sure I get to work. And then I work Friday night, and then I work Saturday morning. So it was like Sleep where? That's why I might forfeit the gym tomorrow so I can catch up on sleep. But do 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 do. Saturday, but I went out to breakfast on Friday. I took them back, went to work. Saturday morning, I went to work, and then I had plans with my cousin Saturday evening. One person left on Saturday. One person left to go home Saturday. Another person left to go home Sunday. So I felt bad that like even though I normally have free time after work, the tickets was already purchased, and I still had to work Sunday morning, this morning. So that was my week. It was nice. I appreciate it. It was what it was, and now it's over. The books that I read this week, um, Death Row. If you have been to my reading lives on TikTok, I've transferred the reading lives from TikTok to YouTube, and when I start back reading on TikTok, I will continue to read on YouTube as well. Yeah, yeah, that's how I feel. I was like, it was nice, but like, so I thought we were done talking about it. All you need to do is give a comment, and I'm gonna reel me back in. So it's a guy and a girl. My guy friend, he gets here Wednesday. Wednesday is my off day. Now, I'm very available to people. Like I make myself available. I keep my schedule open for the most part, unless I got something planned, like tickets to purchase. And um, I'm doing this new thing where the first hour I wake up, I don't check my phone. So because I did go to the gym Wednesday morning, we go to the gym at 5 o'clock. We worked out for an hour, went to the grocery store, came home, put the groceries away. By the time I went back to sleep, it was like 8. So I was like, I need to get all my time. I'm not getting up to 1. So I get up at 1. I'm going through my little routine, clean the kitchen, do my skincare, oral care, all that. He's blowing up my phone. Call me, hang up. Call me. I not that I was ignoring it, but I was like, I have two phones, one for the plug and one for the load. I use the phone that has like all my apps and stuff on it. I use that to listen to music, so I don't be tempted to look at text messages, calls, and stuff. Because I would hate I sleep real good, then I wake up to a text like, "Hey, can I borrow $20?" or "Hey, your cousin punched the worker at Food for Less." Like, I just want to wake up with that hour of peace before I indulge in the world. I guess I say. Um, so he texts me, and then when I see my phone, I see he called a couple times, but I wasn't done with my routine. The thing about it is, when you call somebody, they have the option to answer or not. Like, I don't know what made you think that you was that important that I was supposed to stop what I'm doing to answer your call, because now they like, pick up the phone. I'm trying to ask you something. Now, mind you, we're all supposed to be going on a trip in September. So I'm thinking maybe they booking a hotel or they're doing something where they need my immediate response right now. So, I call back and they're like, "Can you come pick me up?" Anytime somebody, even though this person is calling from their phone, and this gonna be half the live, we at 19 minutes already. Even though the person is calling from their phone, I'm like, first thing I think is you in jail, and then first thing I think is you stay in Philly. Pick you up from where? And then he's like, "I'm in Chicago." "Hey, Juanita," and I'm like, "Okay." And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm at such and such hotel, the such and da da da." And I'm like, "Okay," like I'm waiting for Ashton Kutcher to pop out to tell me that I'm being punked. And then he's like, "No, I'm serious. I came out here to surprise you." And it took everything on me not to be like, "What a surprise on you," because I got plans. Like, I knew that Wednesday was your off day, but you calling me at 2 o'clock, almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. My woosah. Anywho, so after I like got done pacing and I realized this person was actually in Chicago, like they video called me, they showed me the hotel and everything like that. I'm like, well, I got plans tonight. I was like, the most I could do is try to rearrange dinner with my cousin to go, because I still cooked. Like after I got off the phone with them, I cooked. I finished up my cleaning. I got ready because the concert started at 6:30. It was just kind of like it was nice, but like what? So um yeah, if you if you like listening to me read, we did read Death Row. Death Row was 74 pages, so we read it in one setting. Yeah, yeah. Basically, now, oh, I didn't finish. So, as I'm getting ready to go to I'm the queen of like asking people for suggestions and not taking it, and I'm also the queen of telling you that I'm done talking about something, but you write a comment, you reel me back in. But it's my fault because I didn't finish talking. So as I'm going to the concert, I get a call from my female friend that stays in New York. They so apparently they had been conversing this for a while. I want y'all to guess in the comments what month y'all think that. So how long y'all think they've been planning this? January, it's February at this point, so this happened. February, December. They have been planning this trip since October. It's like as I kept finding out new information, I kept getting more pissed because it's like none of y'all put y'all heads together to try to pick a weekend that I have off. It's like I'm pretty clueless, right? I don't think because like he had been sending me like this past week he had been sending me videos of like restaurants in Chicago. Like, is this good? Is this good? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not thinking. Well, I'm thinking like, oh, maybe you plan on coming to Chicago, but not 2 days later. Like none of y'all could have been like, oh, what's your weekend? I have the same schedule. None of y'all could have been like, oh, when's your weekend off? And then another thing that pissed me off is that you came to Chicago in February. It's freaking cold. Like, we didn't think this through, but that's why it gave. We're booking a trip to Chicago. Dee Dee stays in Chicago. Let's go see Dee Dee while we're there. That's what it gave. But I'm not saying that they weren't trying to see me. It's just the way that they went about it kind of irked me a little bit. I feel like anybody who knows me knows that I'm a planner, knows that I plan stuff a month in advance. Like even as it was getting closer, and I'm not saying I would have took a day off work, but I probably would have. Like I have trips coming up for the month of March, so it's like I don't just have days to just be taking off. And as much as I wanted to, I felt like I had already inconvenienced myself with canceling two of my plans to further take a day off to try to do something with them. So, excuse me, it gave me solace to know that they had each other to travel and explore with, but I was still a teensy bit irked. But anywho, you can go listen to Death Row. Death Row was 74 pages. It's about a woman who's on death row for trying for unaliving her husband, and then as she's like going to meet her lawyer, she sees her husband, and she's like trying to get in touch with her husband to let him know that like what did she say? To let him know to let everybody know that he alive. Like she didn't do it. Like she don't want to die. It was one of them like quick psychological thrillers that mess with your mind multiple times. It was twists and turns, and if you like are not like you're a slow reader or you don't like a lot book with a lot of pages, 74 pages in and out, really quick and to the point for the most part. And I also found out that it is part of a series. So Frida's book is the first part in the 6-part series, and I am going to read the rest of the series on live. So I plan on reading the other two books sometime this month. If they're quick like Frida's and we get through them relatively quickly, we'll read all the rest of the 5 books this month, but we'll see how that goes. I also read a quick story called The Booger Snatcher. So on TikTok, which I may start back posting book reviews this week or next week. One of the things that I missed the most about like the break that I've been seeing air quotes again is the book reviews because although I'm reading less this year, I'm still reading stuff that I want to let people know about, and I'm not doing book reviews through videos, but I'm doing book reviews on Goodreads. So if you have Goodreads, let's become friends. Because I want to say 8 times out of 10, if I read a book, I'm going to review it. Even if I don't write a written review, I still give like a star review, so 3 stars, 4 stars, etc. Um, so with being in the book review committee or whatever community, I've passed through different authors. So the author Tanisha Stewart, we read her book Everybody Ain't Your Friend. She saw my review, slid in the DMs, and told me that she wanted me to become part of her art team. I became a part of that through her. I found out about authors like Kiara and James, Samira Alexander, Octavia Grant, Tony LaRue. I joined a Facebook group on I joined a group on Facebook called Black Women Read Horror/Thriller. They're having their first book convention this October in Nashville. Really, really would like to go, but it's the weekend that I'm not off, and I'm not balling just to be taking days off on the weekend that I work. So unless a miracle pops out the sky, I'm not going this year, but I think it's relatively affordable. It's just in another city, so you have to take in flight and hotel accommodations. I am still looking for a book convention in Chicago as well. I just really want to go to at least one book convention this year. But with that being said, I ended up following Samira. I commented on a couple of her videos because although she writes, she reads too. And I believe that most people that write read as well. Did we decide if we like Death Row or not? I'm still lost a week later. I'm still lost, but I did like it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody that may be watching that wants to read it, but I did like it. I mean, it's not high up on the list. It was short. Um, I even like The Gift better than Death Row. I read The Gift, the novella, um, in December, so it's definitely not high up on the list, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. See, when y'all be asking me questions, I be trying to remember what I said, and then I be reading the comments, and I forgot that quick. Um, I know it wasn't about books, but anywho, don't remember what I was talking about. Moving on. Oh yeah. Oh, so Samara reached out to me, and she was like, "The Book of Snatcher came out in October. It was like it's a quick 42-page book. So again, if you're just trying to like get into reading, finding out what your style, I've been kind of connected to the psychological thriller world. I've been like trying to range from books of like finding books that's under 70 pages, even up to books that's like 394 pages. Because I feel like if you write a book that's more than 400 pages, why am I reading it? I don't want to read this. Um, so let me make sure y'all still can see me, cause it's acting up. You can't. Okay, we're back. I'm gonna have to start looking at my video on my phone to make sure that it's still going. I don't know why the internet connection is doing this, but hopefully when y'all watch the replay that it's all there. Um. Okay. Thanks, Shayna. I'm like, I just need one. So I listened to the Book of Snatcher. It was really interesting. It was gross. It was interesting. It was intriguing. So that was the first book by her. I was saying that it came out in October of last year, but the audiobook came out recently. And I noticed, like, because I'm an audiobook girly, like, I don't care if they say listening to audiobooks doesn't count as reading your mama. I don't have nothing else for you. Um, so I actually did immersive read where I listened to the audio and I followed the book along. If you don't want to get the audio because I'm not sure if the audio is on Libby, you can get the book on Kindle. Again, like I said, it's 42 pages. It's a quick read, and you can check it out. So I got an introduction to her craziness, so I would definitely be checking out some more books by her. And I read A Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Now, people have a love-hate relationship with Emily Henry. She's the author of People We Meet on Vacation, Book Lovers, Happy Place, Great Big Beautiful Life, and I think Great Big Beautiful Life just came out last year. Um, and she wrote a funny story. So I'm gonna have to go back to look through her catalog. Also, fun fact: People We Meet on Vacation was turned into a Netflix series. I don't know if it's a movie or like a TV series. So I do want to check that out. I kind of want to read the book again, but People We Meet on Vacation. I'm one of them people like for the fact that I don't like this, like when it goes back and forth. Frida does that a lot in her books, but I don't get lost. The way that People We Meet on Vacation was set up is like it's like back and forth up until they meet up in time, and it's like her point of view. I think it's her point of view and his point of view, which makes it confusing. They wind up getting together. A lot of her books are romance books where it's like two authors or two people that's put in the same room. They don't like each other, or they like each other, or something's happening and they're drawn together. In our great, big, beautiful life, I feel like I could have skipped that, you know. I'm going to talk more about it. I am going to do a February reading wrap up, March TBR. I'm going to do it every year. I'm going to dedicate myself to do that, even if I only get 5 views on that video. This Wednesday, you're going to get a video of, because I think Shayna watch it. And if Shayna watch it, I don't get no care if nobody else watch it. Where I talk about the books that I read for the month, give my suggestions, and I talk about the books that I would like to read for the following month. I'm not putting a lot of books on my list. The way that I'm doing my reading goals this year is I'm reading books as they become available. So I request the books on Libby, and as I see them getting closer to the checkout time, I'll put them on my TBR list for the next month. So although I said that, I still have 7 books on the list. So we're gonna see how that go. And that was a long recap. We had 30 minutes. So I'm definitely going to be on live to maybe 12:30 depending. But that was the recap for the week. Now we're going to get into planning this week. So stick thanks for sticking it out with me. Okay. So although I shouldn't wait till April to talk about it, April is financial literacy month, so every Wednesday, because I'm trying to make Wednesday my second video day. You know that I do vlogs, which I did drop a new vlog this week, so check it out if you get a chance. This vlog was actually supposed to be posted last Sunday. I definitely got discouraged because I was sitting in the house moping on the 21st when I should have been editing my video. Then I would have realized there was an error. I didn't finish editing my video till Monday, February 23rd, when I found out that my editing software was acting janky and it would not save the video. I did not post a vlog from February 15th through the 21st, or the 22nd because of that. So, and then like my friends popped up. So it was like I was going to use Wednesday to finish editing my video before I went to the concert. I was going to edit on Thursday, but I was tired. I was going to edit on Friday, but we went out to breakfast. So I finally edited my video today, and it saved and it posted. I also did take a couple of clips. Like I was so behind, I didn't even really vlog this past week. So I don't even know if you're gonna get a vlog of this week. If I'm gonna merge it into this week coming up, child, it's a mess. That's all I gotta say. Um, but we are officially in a new month, so happy March 1st. Honorable mention today is Tamara's birthday. So if you watch my Atlanta vlog, you know I went to for a girls trip with Erica and Pamela. While I was there, I hung out with Vivian. I got to see my brother. Met a new young lady named Des and her boyfriend, which I'm sorry I never got his name. And then Tamara. Tamara stays in Atlanta. I met her, I want to say, 3 years back, 2 or 3 years back, when me and Erica did one of our girls' trips to Atlanta. We got a chance to go out to breakfast, and we had we had like on and off type of communication. I'm the type of person where I'm learning my place with people. Like I think I mentioned it on the last live, and I know it be sounding like I be complaining, but I'm just venting. Take it what you will. Like some things you can change, some things you can't. And I remember wanting to have like a better relationship with her, but we just was distant. We would talk when we would talk, and I was like, all right, cool. And then like, I want to say sometime last year, maybe November, December, she was like, I was going through a lot, but I did want to let you know that I appreciate your friendship and you checking in on me. I want to be a better friend. I'm like, I have more time to talk and stuff like, because we stay in different states. So I was like, I'm not saying I didn't believe her at first, but like, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. So I wasn't like, oh, yay, like jump over the moon, happy. And she proved herself. We talked every day for a few months, and then like as she got more busy, it went to like a couple of times a week and whatever. So I really wanted to go to Atlanta in March, like this month, to go spend time with her for her birthday. But she had some stuff going on, so I was like, I'll come February. And I was able to give her a little gift basket when I went out there. So if you saw my Atlanta vlog, you saw that I gave her like the skincare stuff, snacks and stuff. Just something I like to give thoughtful gifts and gifts that people are going to use. And that was my point for that. Today is her birthday, but it's also a favorite ex's birthday. If you ever been around the story for Favorite X, um, Eat the Honey Bun and Walk Away, I'll have to do a recap on that one day. But today's his birthday, and I'm a little sad because normally around our birthdays, at least, we are in touch with each other. And I had messaged him about a week ago, because I knew it was coming up. And I just texted him, and I was like, hey, you good? And he didn't respond. So I didn't tell him happy birthday. I don't think he ever saw the message. I don't know if he's on Facebook or not. But shout out to him. Tomorrow's my stepdad's birthday, so we were all gonna try to go out to dinner today, but he had to work. So kudos to my mom for trying, but it's also one of those things like you have their schedule. You can see when they work. Like I had to work too, so like I felt a little bad. So technically it was for my brother and my dad, but we're gonna have to do something else for my dad. Um, that's neither here nor there. Don't want to spend too much time on that. I believe what I'm going to tell you next is Nationwide is on your side. Free Pancake Day at IHOP is Tuesday. You get a free stack of pancakes. Three pancakes is part of the deal that they do every year in March, and they ask you to donate to like St. Jude or whatever. And if you know, ain't nobody donating no money. They going to get the free pancakes and they skedaddling it, and that might be me too, cause I would like to donate, but my pockets are not looking fat. So I have it on the calendar, but that who's to say that I'm gonna go, right? So um, Monday, uh, March 2nd through the 8th. This is my weekend off, so this would have been a good time for them to come. The weekend before would have been a good time. Like a week where I have the weekend off would have been a good time to come. That's the last time I mentioned it for real. Um, I work Monday, Tuesday evening, Thursday morning. So, as far as like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning, those are the days that I'm trying to go to the gym. But or Friday morning. But I don't want to go to the gym tomorrow because I need to catch up on sleep. But do I need to catch up on sleep? I need to go to the gym. Now I could. Now when I say go to the gym, I go to the gym at 4:30. So if I skip, I could do my infinity hoop. I could do my vibration plate. I could try to do something at home. It's like it's like an extra motivation that it is for me to go to the gym. Like I like to work out at a place outside my house. Hey Arabelle, how you doing? But it's like I should have the discipline to work out at home, and then I wouldn't be like, what's the word? I wouldn't be griping about not going to the gym because I could still get my 8 hours of sleep, wake up, work out, and then start the rest of my day. But like in my brain, when I wake up, I start my routine. So that's just pinning that. There's this event called Big Kids Showcase. It takes place every first Thursday in Chicago. Young lady that I came across on TikTok, her name is Rach, Raych. Um, I was wondering when you were going live. Yeah, we're here every Sunday. We're only doing the scheduled lives right now, and I'll officially be going live on TikTok back in April. Going back live on TikTok in April. Um, I was supposed to start the live at 10:15, but I overslept on my nap. Um, I don't know what I just said. Thanks so much. Let's say of the internet of the oh wait no inferno. I can't read. Inferno of the oil fields. Thank you so much. Um so Raych. She's on TikTok. I'm too young to like be having memory lapses. And I went to this event back in September, but because it's every first Thursday, I work every other Thursday morning. So how my schedule goes. My schedule is the same. It repeats itself. So like if I told you my schedule once and you wrote it down, you would know how the week just repeats itself. I work every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm off every Wednesday and I'm off every other weekend. So you could piece it together. Thanks so much. I did. I had a lot of fun. I didn't even post the. I went to a concert and I was gonna post a video today because I have a different video that I want to post tomorrow. I've been giving myself grace because like the whole point was to take a break to not like be on the rat race wheel of like posting 2 to 3 videos a day. Even though it's something I love to do, it started to feel like a chore. And I genuinely like posting videos because people think that I get paid all this money and I don't. And while I do get, sometimes I do get emails or like people reaching out to me saying they want to work with me, I'm still learning what's like legit and what's not, what's my worth, what's my rate, all of these other terminology when it comes to being a content creator slash influencer. And I just want to have fun. Girls just want to have fun. But girl needs some funds. So I took some time off, cut you some slack. So I took some time off and I'm trying to learn how to like monetize certain parts. Like I will be posting more TikTok shop products because I have so many products and like what's the point of me having these products if I'm not gonna promote it? I did request some new items, so I'm learning that TikTok has new stipulations where you can only post like 5 videos a week and you can only request 3 a day and all this other stuff. So I'm trying not to do too much. I understand I took a break from videos for mental health. Exactly, and I don't think people that knows how much goes into it. And I do the air quotes for content creator slash influencer, and it's just because people think that I get paid all this money from it, and I don't. Another quick story. Someone reached out to me and they was like, "Hey, I've been following for a while. I want to know how did you get all of these followers on TikTok? I'm trying to grow." And then I don't mean to like downplay myself, but honestly, the followers that I have on TikTok are old. I went viral in 2020, gained a lot of following from that, and my following has literally been stagnant for the last 3 or 4 years. I have not had more than 321,000 followers, which is the last time I seen it in 2021, and it's been slowly going down. And I think I'm at like 308. And I don't give a care about losing followers. That ain't the thing. I just recognize it because I check my analytics. Because it's not about views. Well, it is. I mean, it's not about the followers, it's about the views. And my average is maybe 2,000 a video, if that. And I know that sounds a lot for somebody that may be struggling with 100 or 200 views. But for somebody that has 308,000 followers to only be having 2,000 views, that's not even 3%. That's not even 10% of my following. And I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining. I'm not complaining, I'm just explaining how it goes. And I think um, I don't even look at how much money I make from TikTok because it's pennies. So I've been trying to dove into YouTube, doing lives, posting more videos. So I do want to make a game plan to post 2 videos a week for the month of March and the month of April. So in order to do that, I have to plan. Hence, I do videos like this, or I do lives like this where I show you the background scenes of how I kind of plan for my week and how I make it work for me. I just went viral randomly last month. That's another thing. We don't have control of what videos go viral. Now granted, I do notice that when I post my hair transition videos, I guess depending on the song that I use or whatever, a lot of those videos go viral. And I also remember that like people have short attention spans. So I'm more of a like a long form creator, which is why I've been trying to focus more on YouTube because like my longest videos or my shortest videos on TikTok be like a minute. And you know, some people like to watch like 40-second videos, 30-second videos. The ones that do really good as well are the dance videos, but I'm not getting up dancing every day. I'm 34. Like my knees is crackling. And then I like to do videos where I show my life. So I may show an OOTD, but I'm not really a fashionista. So you're not gonna see me get doing an OOTD every day. I ain't got that many clothes. I mean I got a lot of clothes, but I ain't got clothes like that. I recycle the same outfits. I don't give a damn. That's what a washing machine is for. Did you go over viral off What's the Man to Get video? That's how I found you. Oh, that's how you found me. Every now and then I like to do like a little thing like how did you find me or what video drew me to me. I did go viral for that video. I've had people stitch that video. I've had people use that video in their other videos. And the thing about that, let's talk about it. You know what? This is gonna be a chit chat section. I don't even know if we're gonna plan for the week. Hence why I'm gonna skip the gym tomorrow. But that shirt does something because that same shirt that I wore is the same video that I wore in my viral video. This my age 29. This my sign Gemini. That's what a lot of people know me from. But a lot of people also know me from What Is a Man to Get? And Fred Hammond. I never forget. Fred Hammond stitched somebody else's video that stitched my video. Or I can't remember, but like he did a video reaction to my video. And I was like, that was interesting. I ended up blocking the person that he stitched because obviously they was trying to make fun of me. And you can call me sensitive or whatever, but I feel like I call it like protecting my peace. If you have something negative to say about me, I don't have time to change your perspective or the way you think, go back and forth with you. And sometimes I do let it get the best of me. Sometimes I'll see a comment and next thing you know, I feel like I gotta tell people about themselves. But at the end of the day, if you don't pay for nothing, you're not financing me, you're not sleeping with me, you're not doing nothing for me. Your opinion is your opinion, which you're entitled to have, but this is also my page, so I'm entitled to delete it and I'm entitled to block you. If I only want to share positive comments, that's what's gonna happen. You know, in Instagram, they ruthless. Oh, she deleting comments. I am, and I'm blocking people. Do you want to be next? I don't give a care. You can put all the memes and anything you want to put, but if I see it, it's getting deleted. I went viral for talking about my disability. It was from 2023, and I am commend you because I be telling people it's a lot of people that are like people come to the internet to be entertained, educated, and it's another one, entertained, educated, and inspired. So if you have a channel where you're educating somebody, that's why you see cooking channels do really well, or like dance videos, different things do well because people are being educated, they're learning something new, they're going to be entertained. So if you are a dancer, if you paint, if you keep up drama, like I personally don't get it because like it's always that one person that you see such and such pregnant and he got 7 baby mamas. No, I didn't see it. I may have heard about it from you, but like you're the one consuming that and then you're passing it around. That's never been me. And I won't say never, but that's been a few people that I've been around that I had to get away from because I don't want people talking about me. Even if I think in my mind like, ooh, she shouldn't be wearing that, or ooh, she look funny, or ooh, she or he does this, I'm not gonna say it. If I don't like the content that somebody is doing, I'm not going out of my way to tell them that I don't like their content. Like somebody was like, "Oh, I'm unsubscribing or I'm unfollowing." Did you have to make an announcement that you were unfollowing? Just unfollow. And that's what I felt about taking a break. I did mention it a couple of times on the lives in December that I was taking a break to people who came on my live, but I also felt like I was split. I felt like I was obligated to tell y'all I was taking a break because I do know that people genuinely watch me, but I also felt like I didn't have to tell y'all I was taking a break because that's the reason why I'm taking a break because it felt so much and I felt like I had to. And I was telling somebody because like I don't post my partner online. I don't really post my family like that because I know that anything that you post online, you're giving the internet like access to say something about it. You ever be on somebody's page and they're telling their business, but you have people in the comments like, y'all need to mind y'all business. And then there's people combating them like, well, they put it on the internet, so it is our business. If they don't want comments, then they should cut the comments off. No, I shouldn't have to cut my comments off because some of my comments are negative. I'm just gonna delete y'all, and y'all can feel how y'all want to feel about it. Like, it's my page. No one told you to be here. But yes, you are here because you're nosy. So it's like, I'm not saying that I'm comfortable and I'm fine with people talking about me, but I'm putting myself out there so I know that people are going to have opinion about it. So I'm allowing what they're able to see and what they're able to critique in a sense. Your videos have helped me learn how to save money and to cook more from home. Yay. Hey, Christina. Christina's gone. I had people who made fun of me and still do. Yeah, and me like I have people that I follow. This one young lady that I follow, I love her page. I'm not saying she can't do no wrong, but that's how I feel in her eyes. People talk about her makeup, and she's learning how to do makeup. So obviously, when you're just learning how to do makeup, you're not going to get everything right. You're going to make some mistakes. So it's like people will nitpick. They will literally look for um the reason to say something. And they just be sitting at home on the couch twiddling their thumbs. They page be private. Don't let you say something about they this don't let you say something about they daughter, they grandkids, um, anybody. They ready to fight. But they so gung ho or so upfront to say something about you. Okay, I gotta at least do something. My family don't play about me. My cousins is my. Oh, your cousins is your mod. Thanks. Or I remember when I would go live and I had like I feel like maybe today I don't really need mods like that because I don't get as many trolls as I used to. As far as on TikTok, obviously I'm going live more often on YouTube, so there's gonna be people coming on YouTube that I don't know that's gonna have something negative to say, and I just block them and keep moving. But like they were like, "Oh, your mom muted me because I said such and such," and I'm like, I feel like everybody gets muted for a reason, and we used to really have to have like five, six, seven mods in there because we had so many people being negative, and like I would never like try to make somebody push me off being live, but if you're affecting my mental, or like if like I used to get anxiety when it be like 200 plus people in the live, even though I have 308,000 followers. So when I started blowing up, I would get like 1,000 people in the live, and it'd be hard to kind of keep up with the trolls and stuff. Like I just stopped going live. Like I'm at a place in my life, and I feel like everyone will get there at some point. You have to accept you for you. You have to love you for you. Whatever people don't like about you, that's a them problem, not a you problem. Like you not liking me is not gonna stop me from going to work and getting a bag. It's not gonna stop me from taking a trip or spending time with my family or going to the gym or whatever. Like people will see me going to the gym, or they'll see one video of me like, oh, she fat. You need to go to the gym. Well, if you go to the last two videos I post, I went to the gym. What else you gotta say? I'm fat. I'm unless you want me to be on Ozempic. Want me to get weight loss surgery, the fat's not gonna fall off in 2 days. So you could literally be working on yourself. I literally saw a video of a person that had braces, and they were making fun of her for having braces. So it's like, danged if you do, danged if you don't. Actually went live to convert someone that was like, hey, hey, I'm used to live. Me not used to it. Okay, I'm not used to live. Yeah, it's definitely like when I first started going live, that was my fault because I always tell people you don't want to make videos or do something that you don't want to be known for. So when I first started going live, I was cooking. So anytime I was in the kitchen, people were like, "Oh, what we cooking?" And like when I segue away from cooking to just like being on live, talking like this, sharing my life, going different places, I'm like, I'm not cooking today, like, and it was like really irritating, but that was my fault because that's what I started doing. Okay, so while I continue to talk to y'all, we're gonna start with the book list, with the reading list. So let's pull it up. So for references, I'm gonna do like 15 minutes each section, cause if not, we'll be on here all day. Um, if you're watching a replay, thank you. This is gonna be a long one. I know a few people that watch the replays. Okay, so we're gonna do 15 minutes. Oh, nice. So we're gonna do our reading list. So my goal is to read not to read 3 books a week because essentially that'll be 3 times 4, 21 books. I am going out of town a couple of times this month, just like little road trips with my family, celebrating birthdays and just spending time together. Um, so I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. But the 3 books that I'm going to put down, and what we read, we read. What we don't, we don't. The first one is called The Ex-Wives Club. So starting tomorrow, which is Monday, I mentioned earlier in the live that Freddie McFadden wrote a book called Death Row, which is the first book in the Alibis collection storybook or whatever. So the second book is called The Ex-Wives Club, and it's by Sally Hepworth. The third book is called False Note by David Latt. So if they are short books, I'll try to read one Monday and I'll read the second one Wednesday or Tuesday, depending on my mood. The next book, I was supposed to be looking at Libby. It's also hard to film while being a mom, but I hope. Yes, it is hard to film when you have kids. It's hard for me to film and I don't have kids. And like, whenever my nephew was here, it's like he only wanted to be around when I was getting ready to do content. But, Okay, I like taping the lives. So Libby is an app where you can record. I'm looking at where you can check out books. They mine's due 14 days. So the books that I have in my queue is Cursed Daughters, which is a 9-hour audio. I'm starting that tomorrow. Empty Vows. That's the second book in the Mary Monroe series following Mrs. Wiggins. And you will find your people. This is a book that my friend told me to read because we talk about friendships and like the dynamic of like making friends and losing friends in your 30s and just like shifting seasons. Like, and I was telling her it reminds me of I think Tyler Perry, Medea Goes to Jail, where she's talking about you have people in your life. There's a tree, you have your roots, you have your branches, and you have your leaves. The leaves fall off as the seasons change. Even some branches will break off and they'll fall off by the wayside, but your roots are deep and ingrained, and those are the people that's like with you for life. And sometimes we get our roots confused for the leaves, leaves confused for the branches, and we give more importance to people that are only meant to be there temporarily. So, like, learning and navigating that is something you have to ask God for discernment about, and just like watching how people move. Because sometimes we get so caught up in just having a friend and having someone with us to hang out, to go out to eat, to do different things that we're not really looking at their motives and their actions. We're not paying attention to those little jokes that they make, like, oh, you think that you want to start a business? Oh, you think you got enough money to get a BMW? Like the little kiki keys where it's supposed to be ha 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 at my expense. I'm telling you my goals and aspirations, but you don't tell me nothing as if I want to steal your dreams. So she told me to read that book. So those are the three books aside for the book that I'm going to read on the live. So Cursed Daughters, Empty Vows, and You Will Find Your People. Oh, tapping the likes, like, oh yeah. Do they do likes over here? Cursed Daughters, Empty Vows. I'm getting hot. Let me pull out my little fan. Also, if you're new here or you want to say hey in the chat or you have a question, respectfully, put it in the chat. Let's chop it up. Holy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so are we gonna bake this week? I don't think I'm gonna bake this week. Oh, I am. One of my coworkers asked me to make her some chocolate chip cookies. Normally, I bake once a week, and I think the other week I made some oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, and she wasn't there. So I was like baking stuff allows me a chance to practice, but I also don't need to be eating 24 cookies. So like, I take the leftovers or whatever I bake to my coworkers. Okay, so we actually finished the reading. The reading part normally goes relatively well. Cursed Daughters, You Will Find Your People, Empty Vows, and the Ex-Wives Club. We will start the Ex-Wives Club tomorrow. The reading will be at 12:30 a.m. Considering I get off at 11:30, sometimes 11:45. I get home roughly 12:15. I like to change into some pajamas, like kind of get myself together. I also got into reading books. I'm reading the Bible for the first time. Are you starting like at Genesis and going straight through? I finished Exodus in February and starting tomorrow with my friend Lexi. We're going to be reading Job together. So we're going to be doing 2 chapters a day. But I'm also going to be reading Leviticus on my own. On my own. Okay, so let's see which books. So I have some books on hold. Normally, I go to the library every Wednesday to pick up my books. And I was contemplating going tomorrow because, Dunkin' Donuts, they have it where if you order ahead through the app, you get like 100 bonus points or whatever. And I was like, my library is right across from Dunkin' Donuts, so I was like, two birds, one stone. But the only way that's going to happen is the if I record the wrap up video tomorrow. I can set it up where I record the wrap up video. I take the books back that I borrowed and I grab the books that I want to check out. So it says that I need to pick up the books by March 4th, which is Wednesday, so I can stretch it to Wednesday. Hey George Gomez, how are you doing? I hope all is well. So the books that I gotta take back is Parents Weekend and Dominion, and the books that I have to pick up is Meet the Newmans and The Seven Daughters of Dupree. I've heard good things about that. One of my mutuals. These are two books that she read in the month of January, and I just been waiting for them to become available. Um, and now that you asked, but I read 5 books in the month of February, which I'll reiterate on Wednesday. But they are: I read Dominion by Addie E. Kitchens, Half His Age by Jeanette McCurdy, Dear Debbie by Frida McFadden, Death Row by Frida McFadden, and Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. So 5 books. I do want to try to get a financial book in March, because I checked out the Black Girl's Guide to Financial Freedom back in February, and I was waiting for the audio book, but I don't think they had the audio on Libby, so I'm probably just going to use my Audible credit to get it. I do still have Audible, and I have 5 credits. So what I normally do as a backup plan is for the books that I can't get on, yeah, they don't have an ebook. For the books that I can't get on Libby, I'll use my Audible credit. Yes, I always watch movies about Jesus. I just don't know where to start from the Bible. Understood. I am listening to the Bible on audio in case if I don't understand the words. Yeah, I do immersive reading for the Bible. I listen to it through audio and I read along with the Bible, and then I take notes. So like I kind of take notes of what chapters the God gave the 10 Commandments to Moses. They crossed the Red Sea, things like that. Hey, Miss Florida Hot Picks, how are you? I hope all is well. So, if you just joined within the last 15 minutes and you didn't know what the heck was going on besides what's happened, every Sunday I do a schedule live where I talk about the 5 things that help me get organized for the week, which is my reading list, my budget, my meal plan, my schedule, and my goals. So, each week I come up with 3 top priority goals that I want to accomplish. I find out which meals I want to create for that week. If it's my week to get paid or I have bills coming out, I look at my finances. I find out what books that I plan to read for that week, and then I look at my schedule as a whole, whether it's my work schedule, gym schedule, etc., etc. God told me to stop being nervous and just try it, and to just try. Yeah, all He wants is us to try. Like no one's going to be perfect on the first try. Obviously, if there's things you don't understand, hopefully there's people that you can go to get a little bit more understanding. And we have this beautiful thing called Chat GPT. Child, y'all know. I try not to lean on that too much. I didn't even download the app. It's only like very often I'll go on Google and put in something for GPT. But they have a ways of breaking it down. So you can be like, "Hi, I'm a new reader of the Bible. I need a breakdown of like beginner's lesson or like different books that you can use to learn better." Hey Kelly, how are you? You found me on YouTube. I hope all is well. Okay, so that was quick. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jump over the candlestick. Okay, so we have 4 books to read for this week. If we finish them, we finish them. We don't, no pressure. The next thing we're gonna go to is meal plan, and I'm gonna break down how I save money with groceries and like cause the last big grocery haul I did was January 8th, and how I allow my meals to kind of like stretch out. Okay. Current grocery list. My grandpa is a pastor. He would quiz me. Oh, yeah. Okay. Buckle up. Alright, the timer is on 15 minutes. Hopefully it don't take me that long to talk about it, but who knows. Alright, so there was this term that I coined called IMG, which stands for Inventory, Meal Plan, and Grocery List, where you take inventory of your freezer, fridge, and pantry, and then you make a meal plan based off the things that you have in your inventory, and then you make a grocery list based off your inventory and your meal plan. So I created an inventory checklist based off the items that me and my family um, regularly have. Hey Sheena, regularly have in our fridge and freezer. So a couple examples in our freezer, we always try to have like sausage, chicken breast, salmon, not salmon, shrimp, steak, burgers and fries, ice cream, butter. We have butter in the fridge and the freezer. Frozen vegetables and frozen fruit. And then like in our fridge, it's like condiments, mayo, ketchup, jelly, pickles, minced garlic, and then like our staple items like butter, milk, eggs, yogurt, sour cream, cream cheese, different cheeses, and then like our produce, spinach, mushrooms, cucumbers, lettuce, a few staple items like Polish's hot dogs, lunch meat, and then like our can like the cinnamon rolls, the croissants, and the biscuits, and then of course salad dressings because good night. I'm glad I got to see you live. Thank you so much for joining. I hope that you have a wonderful night, and I'll catch you in the next one. Um, so right before I'm getting ready to go grocery shopping, I take inventory of the fridge, and I kind of eye the pantry. The pantry is a whole thing in itself. I try to clean. I try to take out and reshelve and restock the pantry once a quarter. I haven't done it in about 2 quarters, so March will definitely, March they say spring cleaning. I want to try to pick a day, probably a Wednesday that I have off, to just kind of pull everything out of the pantry, check expiration dates, kind of schedule, like kind of set it up, things of that nature. So we do inventory of our fridge and our freezer. So that's first. And then I have a meal plan of like just basic items like breakfast, smoothies, soups or salads, appetizers, lunch slash dinner. I even have it broken down to protein, like suggestions for chicken, suggestions for ground turkey, salmon, shrimp, and pork chops. And then I have desserts as I'm trying to bake 1 to 4 times a month to like practice with bacon. So, say for instance, like in the freezer, we have sausage. My meal plan will be sausage, biscuit, and gravy. Then my grocery list will be like probably milk, biscuits, whatever I don't have to go with that. So you kind of get the idea. Then I have a master grocery list broken down into the categories. And my master grocery list is just everything my family would like have gotten or wouldn't mind getting. And then I create a weekly or current grocery list of things that we're running low on, of stuff that we're out of. So those categories are fruits, vegetables, dairy, meat, seafood, frozen food, bakery and bread, drinks, canned items, rice and pasta, bacon, spices, and condiments and snacks and crackers. And I also have like a Word document where I kind of like keep track of how much it costs. And within my grocery store, things tend to be like either 50 cent lower or 50 cent 50 cent to $1 higher. So I may go in and Nutty Butters may be $1.95, and then I go in the next time it may be 2.15. So I kind of get like a general scope of how much everything's going to cost based on how I update the prices. If you have any questions about IMG or like savings with groceries, definitely let me know in the comments. I'm going to talk about my meal plan for this week. And that's how I do IMG. I started doing this, I want to say, back in 2019. My mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she had also broke her elbow 6 weeks after getting surgery. So she had to like let her elbow heal before she could take chemo, and that was like one of the hardest years ever. Sheena said she used the system, so she was out of work, and we were able to get EBT for like 6 months. So because at the time I wasn't really grocery shopping like that. Like I was spoiled up until a long time. Like I didn't have to buy deodorant, I didn't have to buy shampoo, body wash. Like my mom bought everything for years, and I felt that I need to step up as like the second woman in the house. A lot tends to fall on the women. Like, oh, my stepdad's like, oh, what are y'all cooking and stuff like that. Like, how about you cook a meal? I haven't seen you get in the kitchen, and I try not to gripe or like be vindictive, or that's not vindictive is not the word. spiteful about stuff like that. It's just stuff that I'm aware of, So I started taking over the grocery shopping for the house, trying to make whatever we got in SNAP last us for the month with a family of four. Obviously there were a few trips that we took extra after that to like just fund the rest of it, but that's kind of where I got the passion to like create a way to save money on groceries. So that's where it started. I can't tell you exactly when I started doing IMG or how the idea came to me, maybe 2022, 2023. And then on IG, on TikTok Live, I started doing the fridge inventory on my lives on Wednesday, my off day. I would explain IMG. I would ask people for suggestions on things to make. Um, asking them what's their favorite salad dressing, like how they like to eat their eggs, different things like that to keep the chat going. And people really like those. And people, that's one of the things that people remember when I remember you used to do fridge inventory of your freezer. So I do that to help keep myself grounded. And then I try to pick 2 to 3 meals that I'm going to make. And then I also look to see if there's anything that I need to get from the grocery store. So on my grocery list, because it's things that we've ran completely out of, and this is what I try not to do. I try to pay attention to it as it get low. But we need cinnamon, vanilla extract, and cooking spray. And as a baker, I could tell it was getting low because obviously I'm making cookies. So that means that I'm gonna have to go to the store to get some cooking spray and some vanilla extract, or this lady not gonna be getting no cookies. And cinnamon. I think I do use cinnamon in the cookies that I make. So everything that I need to make those cookies is on the list. Um, we have regular staple items: bread, eggs, milk. So um, I can make I don't know what I was trying to say, but there's other stuff on the list like buffalo sauce, confectionery sugar, tuna. But like, I only want to get those three staple items and nothing more. So this week I made um, crab grilled cheese. That was good. I made some lasagna soup. I was eating lasagna soup for like 3 days because my mama really didn't like it like that, and my dad kept forgetting it was in the refrigerator. So it's like pasta dishes. I can make it and I can make it stretch. But after 3 days, I don't want to keep eating it. Like I wanted something different. But for this week, we are going to do we're gonna do pork chops and white rice with the crescent rolls. We're gonna do peach cobbler egg rolls because I have some egg roll wrappers. Um, we're gonna put those on a maybe, cause and then I have a little bit of shrimp left, so we're gonna do some shrimp tacos. Just whip that up, and then we're also gonna do a salad. Salad's easy to make, so but like I had to sneeze. So I'm probably gonna make the salad tomorrow. We're gonna do the pork chops and white rice on Tuesday. No, we're gonna do the shrimp tacos on Tuesday. And then we're gonna do the pork chops on Wednesday because then we can have the pork chops on Wednesday and we'll have some Thursday to take to work. And those are my 3 meals: the chocolate chip walnut cookies for Tuesday. Uh, no dates this week. And when I say dates, I either mean like a solo date, a friend date, or something like of that nature. I do get paid this Friday. Rent came out today. So rent was the last thing that I had to pay for my last check, which I got on the 20th. Just kind of prepping myself for the budgeting part so that I could like zoom through this. I going to go to the gym Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm going to give myself a break. I don't know how often I'll be able to give myself a break, so we're going to do that tomorrow. Because I do have to edit tomorrow. I have to film tomorrow. It's a lot that's going on. I may go to Dunkin' Donuts tomorrow. They have like that $5 wake up or something. You get like a wake up wrap, hash browns, and a coffee for $5, and I have $7 on my gift card. The grocery store, I mean the library is right across the street, So if I don't want to go to the library Wednesday, I can just drop off my books and pick up my books tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon before I go to work. Um, and yeah. Okay, let's do our habit stacking. So we had for last week our goal was to go to the gym 3 times. We only went twice because I had some surprise visitors. I need some of those cookies. Absolutely. I had some surprise visitors. Made coffee. I had 4 times. I only made it. Oh, I did. I made coffee this morning, so we actually achieved our make coffee goal. Wash dishes. I typically wash dishes every day. I had 5. I washed dishes 5 times. I had cook twice. I only had to cook once. Well, technically, I did cook twice. I made the grilled cheese. That making the grilled cheese isn't considered cooking, but we gonna count it. Um, it says that I wanted to create 3 shorts, and I believe I did create 3 shorts this week. Um, I did. Oh, I didn't post one today, did I? So we did the OOTD yesterday. I was supposed to post the comedy video today that I didn't get to. We did the concert on Friday. I think we also did the Fred Hammond followed me on Instagram. We did the OOTD for the concert on Thursday. The crab grilled cheese we posted on Tuesday, and then we posted the Dubai drink. Devotional reading. I didn't read my Bible at all this week. So what happened? What had happened was that's how we started making excuses. I was supposed to start Job with Lexi like Wednesday, and she kept saying tomorrow. So I was like, all right, tomorrow, forgetting that I'm still have to read my own by myself. So I'm gonna have to read every day next week, even if it's 2 chapters. I need to read my Bible every day next week. And well, another thing that I like about these lives is it hold me accountable with the habit tracker. Because if it's something I'm trying to get better at or something I'm trying to make a habit and I'm seeing that I'm not doing it, then that I know where I need to work a little bit more. So we're gonna do gym, make coffee. Now I'm not using my mushroom coffee right now, other than putting it in a smoothie because I need a new milk frother. So I am trying to get away from regular coffee. So I'm going to take it down from 4 to 3. I do know that I will have it in a smoothie at least once this week. Wash dishes. We're going to do cook, create a short, and devotional reading. So, Jim, we're going to be proactive or we're going to be realistic and we're just going to say 2. Make coffee, we're going to put 3. Wash dishes is still going to be 5. I feel like I wash it. We're going to put 4, even though I feel like I wash dishes every day. Cook, we're going to put 2. Create a short, we're going to try to put 5. And then devotional reading is going to be 7. So, can't miss a day. Or if I miss a day, I have to double up. Double up. We did post a vlog, so if after I end this live you don't have enough of me, you can watch the new vlog that I posted today. All right, so that's pretty much the schedule part as well. We did the reading list, we did the meal plan, and we did the schedule. So gym Tuesday, Wednesday, work Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. I may or may not go to that event Thursday night since I get paid Friday. It just all depends. I kind of want somebody to go with me, so if no one goes with me, I just may not go. Wednesday is my off day. I did want to do a little retail therapy. Good thing about retail therapy is that it goes on your card and you can pay it back later. I do have coupons for Old Navy and Bath and Body, not Bath and Body Works. I'm thinking about Bath. Oh, I do have coupons for Bath and Body Works, and also Lane Bryant. And a particular mall has all three restaurants right next door to each other, so I can do one swoop. And then I have a gift card to Panera Bread. So instead of going to the library, I was gonna try something different and Panera Bread and um like take all of this stuff that I'm telling y'all about, just kind of like do a midweek check in. And I also have a gift card to Red Robin, so it could be one of the two. We have Bible class on Wednesday, and I'm gonna see. No, it's still kind of cold in Chicago. Normally, like when it starts to warm up, me and my mom go for a walk on Wednesdays, but I may see if she want to go. Nope. We're reading on Monday. Depending on how we feel Tuesday, we may read on Tuesday too. But if not, we'll take a break Tuesday and then we'll come back. Oh no, we're gonna read Monday and Tuesday. Don't quote me. We're definitely reading Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday is up in the air. If I feel like it, we'll read Tuesday. Like if we don't finish the book Monday, we'll finish it Tuesday. If we finish the book Monday and want to start a new book, we may start Tuesday, finish Wednesday, or vice versa. Either way, we reading on live at least once this week. We're cooking the tacos on Tuesday. Tomorrow we're making a salad, and then see on Wednesday. You see how it had me set to cook on Wednesday. On Wednesday we may cook after Bible class. We make the pork chops and the white rice. Cause technically, you put the rice in the pressure cooker. That's 12 minutes. The pork chops, I just season them and cook them for like 5 to 7 minutes, and then I'm making a honey glaze to go on top. So it should roughly be a 30 to 45 minute dish. It shouldn't take that long, so I could probably make that after Bible class. Bible class is from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you're looking for a Bible class to join, we meet through Zoom. Hit me up and I can give you the link, and you can join my church's Bible study. Okay. I go to the gym. I need to go to the grocery store after I go to the gym on Tuesday to get the stuff for the cookies. We're gonna put cookies. And like just writing this down, I know when I look at it, even though like sometimes I do a to-do list daily, if I'm writing this down, prepping it in my mind, when I grab this on Tuesday morning, or if I grab this tomorrow, I'm like, okay, I want to make tacos tomorrow. When I wake up in the morning, I need to take the shrimp out of the freezer. I need to go to the grocery store to make sure I get the 3 items for the cookies. So that's kind of like how I train my brain. So that was the reading list, the reading list, the schedule, and the meal plan. Real quick, we're gonna do our 3 goals for the week, and I need to see if I wrote down goals last week. Thank y'all for rocking it out with me. These are the last two goals and then budget. Goals list. So I put this number on your paper because I would love to date you, holler at you when I stop on tour. So just a little recap. My goals are breaking down into 9 topics. So spirituality and contribution. Obviously, daily devotional reading is part of that. I have a prayer that I do in the morning when I wake up, a prayer that I do in my car, and I say a quick prayer before I lay down. I only have to read the Bible 3 to 4 times a week, but considering the fact that I haven't read my Bible in 2 weeks, shame on me, I know, right? I'm putting 7 days for this week, so that's going to be one of my goals for the week is to do my daily devotion every day. Cause like, what's 2 chapters? I think in my head I feel like I have to read 10 chapters, and it's like, no, you don't. Um, Health and wellness. That would be going to the gym twice a week and drinking more water. I think I did good with drinking more water this week. I did have a couple sodas, but all of the soda is gone. But just my luck, I wake up to the morning in the morning with a 12 pack of what is it? Coke Zero Sugar. That's my mom thing. And then it's like, if I see it, I gotta grab it. Do I have to? No. But that's how my mind be playing tricks on me. Um, Also, part of contribution and part of faith and contribution. And contribution is me and my friend, we want to volunteer once a quarter. So this is the last month of the quarter, January through March. So we are volunteering this month, one of these Tuesdays. We're going to feed my starving children to package food that they send to different countries. We're doing that this month. I did do my journal entry um, this week. I do one major journal entry a month. Girl, I stopped drinking sodas this weekend, and Lord have mercy, I want a Pepsi. It's hard. That's why we got the little packets to put in the water, cause it's like I got juice to suffice, but like I don't want to be drinking juice. I don't want to replace the pop with juice. Like I want to get better at drinking water. Um, I did my one journal entry. The last one that I did was January 19th. So this one I did was February 27th. And it doesn't have to be a certain day. But I normally typically do the end of the month, so it's kind of be like a recap of like what I did for the month and how I'm feeling. Um, Finances. My goal is to pay off 2 cars this year, and I'm sad. Not sad. Safe to say that next month I will be able to pay off 1 card. So I'll just be using the rest of the month, April through December, focusing on paying that second card. I do the budget every week, which we're gonna do again. I do a money date on Friday. My goal for the year is 1,000. So we talking a little bit about the budget as well. Saving $45 per paycheck to get to that $1,000 goal at the end of the year. Social media, it's more of a hiatus, like a hybrid hiatus, because I'm still not going live, but I will be posting more videos. I'll be posting more TikTok shop videos, and I'll be posting at least 3 videos a week for the month of March. So I was gonna try to shoot for every day, but I'm still giving myself grace. A lot of my videos still consist of OOTDs and events that I'm going to. So videos that I know that I have to do this week, which is what I'm going to write down, because that helps me get organized too. If I know what kind of content I want to create, so that when I'm waking up, I'm not like, what are we doing today? So so for YouTube, we have to edit the second vlog, and then we have to record and edit Facebook February wrap up, February reading wrap up, and March to-do list. And then we also have to record and edit the vlog for this week. Post that I want to do. I want to do a post on Monday telling people, hey, the vlog is posted. Girls, check it out. On Wednesday, I want to do a post about BT Art Box. I do have a collaboration with BT Art Box Nails, and although I'm not doing my nails yet, I do still have a code, and I want to encourage people to go check it out. And then Friday, I'm going to do a post directing people to the reading wrap up that I posted on Wednesday. So a lot of the posts that I put on my community tabs on YouTube will be telling people like, hey, I posted a video, check it out if you get a chance. So this is all in good fashion that I actually record and post the reading wrap up video. Um I normally don't do this part, but I really need to so that I know what the videos I want to post. Well, I normally don't go in this in depth. So goals from last week or this week that's ended. It said go to the gym twice. So I give myself grace. I did go to the gym twice. Go on a cousin date. Actually went on 2 cousin dates. Drink water. I did drink water, but I could drink more. Find a dance class and plan 2 March dates. So I don't know if we planned March dates. So one of the March dates was going to be this Thursday, the Big Kid Showcase, which is basically poetry. I went by myself last time. I really don't want to go by myself again, but I might. The second date would probably be like retail therapy day on this Wednesday, or if I don't get to go this Wednesday, I'll push it to next Wednesday. And there's this event that takes place in Chicago. It's called Jazz and Gumbo. My friend, her birthday's this month, so whenever I'm the type of friend like, and it's her 30th birthday, so it's like she want to do a lot of events, and I was the same way for my 30th. So I'm like, if I'm off and I'm available, I'll go. Just let me know, because when I get paid Friday, majority of my check goes to bills, so that's one. But like, I try to make time for like extracurriculars. So if you're finding stuff that's under $30, stuff that's free, stuff that's doable, then let's do it. So I'm going to add those last 2 goals onto my goal for this month. I mean this week, which is find a dance class. I'm still looking for a dance class, and plan 2 March dates. Hobbies, dancing, baking. Baking will be making the cookies, reading. We're planning on reading 3 to 4 books this week. Travel. We have a couple of trips up in March. I'm not going to say when they are. Just stay tuned for the vlogs. Um, Personal development. I am doing a maintenance vlog that I've been working on for a little bit, just because I need to get more proactive with like doing my nails, doing my feet or whatever. It's just that I don't be going to. Like skincare, I does that daily, but I'm trying to get a night care skin routine. I'm trying to get a night skincare routine, and also I be having blackheads on my nose. I have some of the stuff that you can put on, and then you have the strips. So I want to do that. I want to shave under my arm. It may seem TMI. I want to shave under my arms. I've also been trying to get better with like being intentional about the clothes that I want to wear when I go out. So when I went out to the comedy show, I wore something new. I mean, I've had it, but like I wore something other than jeans and a t-shirt. But then like I think it was Wednesday, I think I did wear jeans and a t-shirt. But just like going through my closet, getting out little pieces, putting them together, stuff like that. Relationship, everything's good with family and my friend. It could be better with a few of my friends, but dang it, I didn't took my finger off with the fan. But it is what it is. I know people are going through things in life, so we'll talk when we get a chance to talk. Career, if you watch my vlog, I had some stuff to say about my job, but I'm at peace with it now for the most part. I'm not gonna let it consume me. It is what it is, and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So the goals is to do my devotional reading daily this week. Go to the gym at least twice. Bake some cookies, find a dance class, plan 2 March dates. And what was the last one? And I know it seemed like a lot of goals. Um, so if I don't reach them all, that's fine. It's just trying to give me something to look forward to. I'm going to say record 2 parts of my maintenance vlogs, which is probably going to be my night skincare routine and my nose strips. Okay, the last part. I'm gonna try to make this uber quick because I'm technically supposed to be getting off right now. That is the budget. So February is over, so we can take these out of my so this is my schedule, my meal plan, my content calendar, my yearly schedule, so I know when I get paid and when I plan on going out of town. Just for giggles, travel. I'm going to Wisconsin twice this month. Different cities, both family trips. I'm planning a day and a half trip, or kind of like what is it? Like 28 hours in Detroit. So if you stay in Detroit, or you know somebody who stay in Detroit, or um, hey Christina, or you done stuff in Detroit that you think I should check out. Now I'm only going to be there for 24 hours, so I'm typically looking at like a zoo or a museum, somewhere to eat breakfast, an activity, and dinner, and we gonna bring our tails back home. I'm thinking about taking a quick birthday trip. My birthday's in May, and I was just gonna be content with like celebrating everybody else's birthday, but I am turning 35, and I think that that's a big milestone. So I'm trying to go to Florida, Fort Lauderdale to be exact, but I don't know if that is or isn't going to happen. It's just an idea right now. Um, I'm going to Cleveland, Ohio this year. I've been trying to go for like 2, 3 years, and I found somebody to go with me, or basically I'm hijacking and going with her. Miami, Florida is on the list for my friend's birthday trip, and then Myrtle Beach is like my mom's birthday trip and my good friend Erica's birthday trip. Everyone's hitting milestone birthdays like 40, 60, 35, 30. So I was like, okay, this is more so like an overview than it is. I'm gonna have to update my budget tomorrow because I do an expense tracker, and I did spend a little bit of money on Saturday, which was the last day of February, so I have to add it to my February. But I have my paycheck to paycheck budget for February. I have my calendar, all my bills are what my bill amounts is and their due dates. I do pay annual subscription in March, so I had that come out today. I thought I had some time. I was gonna cancel it, but I guess I'll keep it for another year. And then yeah, that's it. My bingo card. I have knocked off one, two, three, four, five squares on my bingo card. I will off one square this month as I will be visiting a new city. Um, and I did purchase the ticket for my 5K that I'm taking in April, and then I'll probably get my massage. See this, and then I'll be able to scratch off half of a board. One of my boards is to pay off 2 credit cards. So I'm not gonna go through my budget thoroughly, but basically I do a paycheck to paycheck budget. So since I get paid this Friday on the 6th, any bills that goes from the 6th through the 19th will get taken out of the 6th check, and I'll set that up all of my automatic pays, like my savings, any phone bill or things that I gotta pay that will take place with that. And I will be back next Sunday. Now I'm not going to give you a time because it seems like every time I give you a time, I'm late. So just look for me between the times of 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. If I'm not doing too much, I'm start on time 10:15. If I'm running a little late, I may start at 10:30. If I oversleep, I may start at 10:45. If I don't start by 11, 9 times out of 10, I'm not coming home. I'm just gonna forfeit it. But I thank y'all so much for joining. And as I mentioned, if you are a night owl and you're going to be up for a little bit, go ahead on over to my video. Check out the vlog for today. Um, I know I hate telling people like, oh, I'm going to do this week, and then I don't do it. So I'm going to stop telling y'all that. We're just going to have to hope for the best. Hey, Sheena, thanks for joining. I appreciate you. A shout out to Arabelle. She was here a little bit earlier. Shout out to Shayna. I don't know if she's still here. She had to dip off. But if you watch the replay, thank you again because this replay was almost 2 hours. And I just thank y'all for watching because you don't have to, but you do anyway. Have a good night. Have a great week on purpose. Why? Because Dee Dee said so. Love y'all. Bye.